Welcome back to the Big Weekend Show. People are fleeing Oregon as unchecked liberal policies allow homelessness and crime to surge. Data shows the exodus started in 2020 around the same time crime began to rise. 2021 and of course 2022 saw a number of homicides, record homicides, while homelessness rose 50% from 2019 to 2022. These left-wing policies left residents helpless as they watched their beloved city decay right before their very eyes. But some have had enough and are hitting the state where it hurts, because new data analysis from Oregon Live finds that the Oregon County, where Portland is located, has lost over $1 billion in income as over 14,000 residents are now voting with their feet.
I do not hold the police accountable for this at all. I hold our city accountable for defunding the police and making it, we're in this situation where we don't have enough police force to protect our citizens, and we did this to ourselves.
This is terrible. Kennedy.
Yeah, so that woman was attacked by a homeless person who threw a bottle at her face.
That's
and
right.
She's a doctor and, luckily had the wherewithal to call 911 when she came to. She was knocked unconscious. But unfortunately, this is a recurring theme in Portland, and it's visual after visual.
And you're from there.
I am from there.
Yeah.
And my family still lives there. Thank God they're not in Multnomah County. My brother was a police officer in a city in Multnomah County for a long time where they're having, this crime spike. And they've had 3 years in a row of increased crime, including increased homicides. So they had like an anti-gun unit to go in and try and take back some of the guns and have gun buyback policies, but that unit was disbanded because the mayor and the DA they are a liberal, unholy alliance of total dingbats. And I was talking to an economist last week who dubbed it death by suicide, because we hear a lot of these cities, Chicago, unfortunately, San Francisco, that could be unfortunately in this death loop. But Portland has done this to themselves with their policies.
The summer of love.
Yep.
Charlie, we saw since by March 2021, over 20 police departments, major police departments across the country, defund their police by almost $900 million. I mean, he's talking about significant money here. I don't understand how people capitulated to this narrative that all police are bad, therefore we need to defund all police stations and allow this chaos to happen. What do you think happened here, and can things get better?
Well, I think that Kennedy's exactly right. It is death by suicide. It's not like this is some unintended, unexpected consequence of these policies. This is what happens when you put these policies in place. And these places like, where we see all, including New York City, are the resume of Democrat policies. And I would argue that it goes all the way back to whether it's the Great Society or the War on Poverty, which has been all of it, a failed government promises. But politicians are, and I kind of feel like we're sort of getting to the end of the line where the promises are so obviously blowing up in their faces, and people are sort of catching on to it, that at some point something has to break, because this is intolerable, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican living in these places. You don't want to live in a city like this.
That's right. Your life really should matter.
Well, to answer your question about how did this happen, like how did people capitulate to this defund the police movement, right? It really was just a bunch of cowardly leftists who decided that they weren't going to stand up to this defund mob because they were not willing to reject the label of racism if you dared to stand up for law and order. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Corporations got in on it. They gave billions of dollars to BLM, and they used it to buy houses and didn't actually do anything to rebuild the communities that these rioters literally burned to the ground in places like Minneapolis and in places like Portland. But the numbers on this are so astonishing because it happens so quickly. I mean, this says that, the data shows that before 2020, Portland had 15 consecutive years of growth.
They did.
Yes.
And now it's a complete wasteland. And you have $1 billion of income that have left the city. And if the tax base goes, everything else goes. There's no businesses, there's no jobs, there's no tax money from high earners to pay for services that the city council wants for homeless programs.
Yes.
And so it's the death loop. And they're not doing anything to change this to get people to come back. And the people who can leave are people who have high paying jobs, who can work remotely,
and those
not people
left.
who work in the service
But also,
industry.
I mean, Katie, to your point, they're also passing more bills to allow for more homelessness. They are codifying and encouraging more homelessness, which means more crime, and they're not getting people into rehab, and they're not getting people mental health care who desperately, desperately need it. And the DA and the mayor, they hate cops. There's no other way of saying it. People don't feel safe. And that's why they're fleeing to these counties outside of Multnomah, because they're actually having some success in those counties. They look at Portland and see what not to do.
Do you have any hope for your city?
There's always hope. You know, when there are great people, and Portland has always been a magnet for creative, interesting people. And once they start voting a different way, yes, that city and every city like it is redeemable, but it's going to take a lot of work and it's going to take a backbone, and they haven't shown it yet.
And perhaps decades.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of passion at this table.